Hey y'all, it's CherokeeStarfish, and welcome back again this week to some more Might and Magic 7 for Blood and Honor. I hope you all are staying safe out there, and, oh yeah, no, don't worry. We're gonna be talking this stream. There's gonna be a lot of noise. I'm probably gonna be yelling at all of the ghosts in these, mausolea, all these tombs, because today we are making our voyage into the Barrow Downs. Now, before we do that, I want to very quickly go over, since at the end of our last Might and Magic 7 stream, I had opened some chests, and, I'd said that I was going to go ahead and, finish up around the entire outside map of the Barrow Downs, pick up a few things, and I also went back and I did a little save scumming and, got the best results I think that I'm gonna get. I was able to disarm all of the traps back in the Haunted Mansion. And by disarm, I mean that I blew them up over and over again until nobody died and they just got knocked out, which is the best we're gonna do. And in those chests, found some decent helmets, found some new armor, found, let's see, here we go. Found a decent amulet. Found a couple of other little things. You might have seen this bow go by last time. We weren't able to grab it, but then I went back and got it. A couple of other little things like that. This is what I was really wanting to get and not leave behind, the ghost ring. Now, the ghost ring is like the fairy ring that we found in the fairy mound, except this one works for spirit magic. An odd ring that feels strangely warm to the touch. It enhances the wearer's connection to the spirit. So that means that for Seroma, she now has a scaling 50% bonus to her spirit magic skill for that ring, which is currently giving her a total skill rank of 6, just like Tuvok, thanks to the fairy ring, actually has 6 ranks in air magic. You'll also see that I took the opportunity to go back, do a little traveling, and I grabbed some things like expert training in air magic for us, because we were going to need that anyway, and you know where the expert trainer is. It's not super interesting to watch, so I went ahead and just grabbed it. And armed with that, we're going to go ahead and head into the barrows, starting with this one. This is barrow number 7. Yes, there are more than that. The entrance to this barrow is pleasing to the eye, yet at the same time forbidding. The air is very quiet near the entrance. We've got our torchlight on, we've got our wizard eye on.
I hope there's some gold in there at least.
Come on, guys, it's turn-based. Really? Alright, there we go. We'll walk around where we can get him. Haha. Alright, so you'll hear this creepy kind of like House of Leaves music in the background. Each of these barrows has a different gimmick. Right here, we don't actually have the key yet. What the key does is, once we find that key, it will open this up, and behind it is actually a map that shows which of the barrows we are coming and going through. Now, right here, of course, this is the door we came in. It's going to lead right back out. Whenever we see a keyhole, that door is generally going to go back outside, because not all of the barrows have an exit to the surface, only some of them. Over here we have this lever on the other side of our currently invisible map. What this does is it changes which other barrow the second door exits to. So in position 1 it's going to go to barrow A, and in position 2 it's going to go to barrow B. So we've got a lot of work ahead of us. You can see here that there's some stuff going on. Obviously this barrow is more than it seems, if the squeaking of the mice and bats did not already alert you. You can also see, because we have expert air magic for Tuvok now, down here on our auto map, you'll see the blue triangle icons that indicate treasure, which his wizard eye can now pick up. So we're going to go ahead, hit that button. There we go. It opens this panel right behind us. And there we go. Fire rats, lightning rats, giant rats. And the blood from that magog is, or that goggling rather, is going straight through the ceiling apparently.
Too easy.
Alright, well, rats are nothing to us at this point, right? I should hope, anyway. Alright. You heard something open, maybe, just now in the background. Yes.
Ah, what a scratch.
And you can see back here, whew, a magog. So, we have our work cut out for us. There's going to be quite a variety of different levels of enemies here in the Barrow Downs, or inside the barrows. I think I mentioned last time that, of course, you know, we'd already sort of gotten a taste. Come on, I want that rat to come around the corner here. Want our fire resistance to last as long as possible. We are going to, of course, you know, fight some goglings, magogs. We are going to fight rats. We're going to fight bats. We're going to fight some spiders and ghosts. And we're going to fight some of the other things that we saw back there in the haunted mansion, including barrow wights. He is just not going to give us a clear shot. That's fine. This is what I didn't want to do, was get the rats between him and us.
Ah, what a
It's okay.
Ah, what a scratch.
Whoa. He is well stuck in. We do not want to get in melee with him, just because... Of course, that means when he explodes, he's going to damage us. Ooh, we're going to have to watch his health. And when he gets low, we will reposition if necessary. This is where it'll be like Pokemon style. Someone will get a, you know, critical hit when we least need one.
We may have a problem with this one.
Nah, it's fine. Oh, yes. We also have, let's see, is it... Ah, there we go. He's got +6 to his Identify Monster skill from these boots that we found, giving him a total rank of 9, even though he doesn't have expert training, so he can now identify some of the properties of these more powerful monsters. There we go. Yes, walk away. Haha. Okay. Floor cache. You know we love floor cache. Right. Aha, there we go. See, there are more rats in the other room. We want them to kind of come to us. If we can 1 and 2 them to death, that's great. That stair passes up kind of behind the room we came in, and then there's going to be another area. The Barrow Downs have so much to them that I always have to check for things like secret doors, because you just never know. And I can't remember everything that's in here. There we go. See, the top of this altar or little tomb pops back, revealing a lever. Come on. There we go. We were in a nasty position where he could hit us, but we couldn't hit him. That's no good. Alright, before these rats get too close, this won't hurt the goggling. Ah! Really? You're supposed to shoot over them, man. I hope we're not in another, like, loop where Tuvok is just going to take all of the damage. So far, the only person who's done damage to the rest of the party is him,
but
though,
a
so
scratch.
we'll see. Sometimes reloading the save file or the area will actually, there we go, make a difference. Ta-da, that closes this and opens that. But first, we've got at least one more enemy down here. Oh, we got several enemies. Man, I wish we had Ring of Fire as opposed to just Fireball. This is a great place for it because there's so many, like, little hidden nooks and crannies. And enemies on the other side of the wall sort of thing, but it's alright.
This is worthless.
And as you can see, there's also going to be a lot of stuff, like, lying around in the Barrow Downs. So, much as with Icewind Dale, we're doing a little grave robbing for great justice. Come on. Where is it? Ah, there we go. It's above
Bring
us.
on a bigger challenge.
There's a couple of places like this with some hidden stuff kind of up above at all angles, which I think is great. They put it on all sides of you.
Got it.
There we go. And there we are. The key. Now that is why we came to this barrow first. I wanted to start here not only because it was close to where we were standing, but also this one. Ta-da! Has the map and the key in it, so now we'll be able to benefit from this. So, the tree, of course, means that that leads back out to the overworld. And over here, this is showing us position 1 and position 2 of the lever. So there's barrow 10, and here's barrow 9. We're going to go up before we go down. I'm going to give a save to make sure that that stays where it's at. And here we go. Alright.
Ew. What's that smell?
They're going to comment on something along those lines pretty much every time we go through a door. And you can see here that each of these, there we go, is going to have a chance. Oop. We used up the key. It's alright. We'll find another one. There are multiple keys and keyholes.
But a scratch.
The fire resistance pedestal that we picked up outside of Stone City is really making a big difference. Okay, now of course this means though that we're kind of operating blind until we do find a key, so makes it important that we keep an eye out. Take our time, look around. And some of these barrows are going to provide us different kinds of treasure, you know, like we're going to find weapons, we're going to find armor. Some of them we're going to find potions or just cash. And some of it we may wind up leaving behind just because we may run out of room. You never know. Things like that. But in the meantime, the ones that do provide us with something useful, like a lot of red potions and so on.
Got it.
There we go, was the key. We're going to take advantage of that because, of course, any extra red potions we pick up, those are freebies. And those mean, there we go, that, you know, that's going to extend the amount of time we can stay down here without having to use up our healing spells or without having to rest. So here we go, unlocking this part of the map. This door is going to take us outside. Barrow 10 is one of the ones that goes to the surface. There's barrow 7 in position 1, that's back the way we came. This is going to take us, if we put it in position 2, to barrow 3. Alright, we're going to finish this one first. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Haha. It closes behind us, see? Just checking to the sides to make sure. Make all of these rats come to us because they have ranged attacks, but
Bring on a bigger challenge.
they tend to close to
That was
melee,
too
we
easy.
know. Also, we don't want to get surprised real badly. There's going to be gogs and barrow whites and things like that all over the place anyway, so that means that we need to take our
This
time
is
and be careful.
worthless.
Because of things like shields, our inventories will fill up fairly quickly. Let's see, there's one more. Here we go. Some of these sarcophagi, one or two of them, actually contain treasure as well, which I feel bad about taking, but at the same time, like, what can you do? I mean, besides not take it, of course, but that's not an option. Alright. We're going to head over to Barrow 3. You all have to help me remember which ones we've done. So 7, 10, 3. Ah, there we
There's
go.
some gold in there at least.
Some ghasts. Okay, so this could be nasty, but thankfully we've got room for a fireball. So we want to get rid of those revenants and stuff right away.
We may have a problem with this one.
We're going to fireball them again. We're not going to be stingy with that because that's what it's for. And we want to make certain that we take these guys out before they do something like, you know, paralyze us. You remember how that went. Oof. Come on, guys. Alright, I guess it's time for a bless spell. Both of these are revenants. Okay. Neither of them has appreciably different hit points.
But I need it fixed.
We're gonna let Simone punch this one to death. There we go. Come on. These are the dangerous ones, because even things like barrow whites, you know, they can hurt us. They're powerful enemies. But the ghasts and ghouls are the ones that can paralyze us, and then that's really going to put us in a pickle. Oops. Oh boy. It's a nasty time for that to run out. Let's see. Wizard Eye still has 2.5 hours. Oop. Let's go ahead and put heroism on as well. Because these guys need to go down fast. And thankfully they are. They can't take quite as much punishment as they dish out, but we don't want them to hit us at all if we can avoid it. Ooh. Come on. There we go. You guys, do not screw this up. Alright, wonderful. Now see, this one is already unlocked. So, from here we can go back to Barrow 10. We can go on to Barrow 4. Over there, we can go to 12 and 8. Let's see, there's treasure over here on this side for sure, so
That barely hurts.
That was too easy.
let's take care of these rats real quick.
Ow.
With things like Bless and Heroism, these present even less of a challenge. Those really are game-changing spells. Now, because these are coming up the stairs anyway, we'll go back so that we don't get cornered.
Got it.
Most of our fighting in the barrows is going to be in these kinds of close quarters, but if we can, we want to try and make it all happen, like, you know, in the first room where the doors are at, and that way, worst come to worst, if we absolutely have to flee, we're right there. because you never know. We may have to run outside. Oop, behind us. More rats.
Ow!
There we go. That's what we want to see, is those green gems. Okay. Oop, don't want to forget that body. Okay, let's see. Which one next? We could go to 4. I think I'm partial to 12, though. So, what I'm gonna do is I am actually going to make a note of the ones that we've been in. We have done 7, we have done 10, this is 4. Alright, so next up, barrow number 12. Whew!
Ew. What's that smell?
Oh, that's probably the undead, Seroma. Okay. This has got a few more monsters in it right here in this front area. Let's see. I think this calls for another fireball.
Bring on a bigger challenge.
There we go, that'll help. Now some of these, it's kind of funny, unless they drop down, those skeletons are just stuck up there on that ledge and they don't have a ranged attack. I don't know that we've seen skeletons yet in this game, so
This should be easy.
there we go. I like the slashed up armor, or the arrows sticking out of them, you know. Okay. I don't think we've got room for another fireball, but we also don't really have a need, because if those guys are stuck up there, you know. So, yeah, skeletons, skeleton warriors, that's our second tier palette swap, and then skeleton lords, of course, are the most powerful. And you may remember from Might and Magic 6 that skeletons, as they tier up, or level up, however you want to refer to it, they have a nasty habit of cursing you.
Bring on a bigger challenge.
Which is something we don't want to deal with if we don't have to. Although we do have Remove Curse, thankfully. Picked that up before we came here because we knew that we were going to need it. Oop.
Got it.
We're doing a lot better than we would have had we come here a little while ago. Going to the Haunted Mansion first, I think, was the correct course of action, because the gear that we got from that, and also the experience points that allowed us to level up, the money that allowed us to purchase some skill training, all made it easier to be here and do this.
Barely hurts.
I would love to have a group healing spell, but
Please.
there we go. But we're doing all right. You can see how, you know, we just picked up a bunch of red potions, which is great.
This is worthless.
Anything else? Okay, this room's full of treasure. That room's full of enemies. Let's open this one first. And you'll notice, haha,
That was too
that's this
easy.
barrow's little trick. When you go through one door, it actually opens the other one. So, if you want the treasure, you actually have to... Oop, there's one of you left.
Barely hurts.
You actually have to click on the door full of monsters first. There we go. We got some Cure Disease. That layered potion here is also Remove Curse. So, see, the Barrow Downs is reasonably good at giving you some of the tools that you need in order to kind of actually, like, stick with it and complete the dungeon.
This is worthless.
Even if we're low on spell points, we're going to be able to kind of hang in there. And we're going to be able to remove some curses. We're going to be able to heal ourselves. this other door down. And then we can open this one up. I don't think that we need a fireball here. It's just bats.
Cut, but I need it fixed. Ow!
There we go. We'll chew through these fairly quickly. And there we go. There's those green awareness gems. Alright. Let's pick up this floor cache. Delicious floor cache. And you can see, like, we're getting quite a bit of money from this, too. I'm sorry to all of Zoltan's dwarven ancestors. Okay, well, so that was Barrow 12. Over here is 14. Like I said, I want to go up before we go down. You gotta get up to get down. So, there we go.
Ew.
Oof.
What's that smell?
I keep telling you, it's the undead. There we go. Can't believe that hit, actually.
Ow!
Okay, looks like heroism wore off. Let's go ahead and put this back on. Those last about the same amount of time. We need to make sure that we keep hitting these guys, especially the ones that can paralyze us.
Ow! Ah, but a
Just
scratch.
cut, but I need it fixed.
Right. There's our damage boost. These bats, of course, you know, they can inflict disease,
Ow!
but that's actually less serious than paralysis because disease we can deal with a potion. That's something that, you know, we can just
Too easy.
mix up and take care of. But paralysis, we have much more limited tools for dealing with that, and it will not heal itself.
Please.
That is a status that we have to go to a temple in order to take care of if something happens, like, for example, Seroma is the one who gets paralyzed. Because you may remember when we went to the Haunted Mansion the first time, and the reason that we had to kind of step away was because... Okay, there we go, I think we're good. Was because both Seroma and Tuvok got paralyzed, which is, you know, not great, because then the guy who can mix our remove paralysis potions and the character who actually has the cure paralysis spell or can cast it are the ones
But a scratch.
that are out of the action. That just won't do.
Too easy.
Alright.
Please.
We're doing well, though. We really are. I'm very pleased with our progress here. We haven't had to rest yet. Now, a couple of these barrows, they'll throw you a curveball. You know, they get much more serious. And they'll be full of, like, barrow whites and stuff.
Got it.
There is nothing down here more serious than a barrow white or a revenant. The problem is when you get into a situation where, like, there's just a bunch of those, which is absolutely something that that these barrows will throw at you.
That
We'll
was
wind
too
up
easy.
in some of these barrows, and you know, you'll open the door onto just an entire room full of high-level enemies, which is not ideal. The particle effect is just sitting on us there. You not notice this yet? There we go.
Got it.
Man, you can really tell that ghost ring is making a difference, because Bless and
It's just a cut.
Heroism, of
But I
course,
need it
are both
fixed.
spirit spells. And they are making a big difference. Alright. that's about it for this one. Again, I always check just because, you know, you find someplace like over here, this is kind of extended out. It's got a bit of a long corner, be a perfect place to put another secret door, but it's alright. There are no buttons or anything in this one. We're good to go. Okay, well, that was barrow 14. And there's 15. And if memory serves, 15 is the highest numbered one. So we're going to head in here, and then we'll be able to start going like back down the line the other direction. Here we go. Zombies. So I apologize for the gore. It's not super realistic, but if that kind of thing bothers you, you're not going to like zombies. Skeletons are a little bloody, but zombies are gross. Like, you can see the bones sticking out, and they club you with their own severed arm. And also their idle animation is that they puke up their guts, which is just, you know, it's not great. Zombies are slow, but they're pretty tough. And, of course, they hit hard if they get up, like, right up on you, so we want to avoid that. Thankfully, they drop cash. There we go. Alright. Now, from here, see, we can circle around. We can go to barrow 8. We can go to 4, which we already did. And we can even go all the way to barrow 1, which is probably where we'll go, and then we'll start kind of circling back around the other way. First, though, give this another save. We're doing well on cash, too. Thank you very much to Elsie the Banker. Ooh, piece of candy. Barrow downs are a great place to build up cash in the early game. You can see here, of course, we're only a fire magic expert, so torchlight only reaches so far. Alright. I have to stand on the elevator. Thankfully, it's just mostly rats up here. There we go. Saber. And I believe that that's it. This one's not a treasure chest, is it? No. Only one or two are like that. Alright. Doing well. Okay, active spells none. Bless and heal are not lasting very long at all. Go ahead and recast Torchlight. Make sure that that doesn't run out on us. And let's see. Yep. Okay, we're set to go. I'm actually going to go ahead, and we know that there's going to be a fight on the other side of this. I'm just going to recast. And when she runs completely out of spell points, that's when we will talk about, like, taking a short rest.
This has all the makings for adventure.
Thank you, Tuvok. It's nice to hear some positivity from you. Let's actually go ahead and we'll do a fireball here. They're far enough away. Oof. I'll wait to pick some of this stuff up. I want to try and kite a few of these enemies because this is one of the ones that's full of whites, as you can see. Thankfully, they give you quite a large room to fight them in, which is nice. Because we don't want to close with them if we don't have to. We don't want them sucking up our spell points and harshing our vibe. Arrows seem to be doing an alright job. That that bless and heroism combo is very meaningful. Alright, should just have one enemy left over here. Who looks like he is hung up on geometry. Hey, nice. Alright. Doing great. All this cash makes it worth it. Again, like, I feel bad, just, you know, the idea of it, but... But I mean, we've got to get something out of this, right? Okay. All of these cure disease potions and heal potions and remove curse potions make me feel a lot better than I otherwise would. Okay, there we go. Now, this is a real jackpot. Look there, the big piles of gold. Amulet of water resistance, Belt,
This is worthless.
Scroll of stone skin, no it's not. That could be a big help during a major fight.
This is worthless.
The shield, maybe, maybe not. Alright. Good to go. Now this one, ta-da, once again mysterious. So let's see, which way should we go? Let's try this one. We know we haven't been here.
Too dangerous.
There we go. Okay, so we just came from barrow 1, so this puts us in barrow 11. I think right there's a good place for a fireball, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, because that's probably the only one we're gonna get. I don't know, maybe... I'm gonna risk it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, good call.
Ew!
I think that zombies can also inflict the diseased status on you. But
Please.
they have a similar chance to like bats and rats doing it, which is fairly low. So rotted corpses, of course, are your first tier zombie. Zombies, like proper, are actually the third tier palette swap, and then you have the Walking Dead in between. You know, like the popular show. I don't know how popular it is nowadays.
This is worthless.
Ooh. Speaking of... Oh, he does not have enough. Okay. Y'all. Alright.
Come on, can't you see I'm in distress here?
She caught a disease. Great. Oh, it's because it's in between turns. I was like, why can we not do that? There we go. Well, way to exemplify. You'll have to do better than that, he says as he passes out.
We may have a problem with this one.
Ow!
Right? I was about to make the comment that, like, it's kind of wild how jacked these zombies were in life. And, I mean, they have maintained.
We may have a problem with this one.
Help!
Like, man, their routine must be killer. Sorry, not sorry. There we go. Alright, that takes care of the first room. But of course there's a whole other room full of more bats and zombies. I love that, and once I say this, you'll not be able to get out of your head. When you damage the zombies, of course they're just kind of groaning, but if you listen, like, it sort of sounds like they're going, bruh. Like, bruh, why did you shoot me? Bruh, bruh, come on. See? And now would be a great time for a fireball, so let's see if maybe we can arrange one. There we go. Let's aim it behind. There we go. Excellent. Bruh.
Oh, please.
Alright. Most of these are just kind of like first-tier zombies, so not a big deal. We don't want them to hit us because we don't want to catch a disease, but
Got it.
apologize for that, like, you know, super photorealistic 90s gore. Am I right? Oop, heroism wore off, which means bless is worn off too. Let's at least put bless back on. Could y'all shoot where I'm aiming, please? Maybe.
Oh, please.
She sounds like she's talking to me. Like, could you please, you know, shoot where I'm aiming? Oh, please. Psh. You expect us to do that?
Ow.
Bruh.
That was too easy.
Right? And there's no reason not to rest once we've cleaned out a tomb entirely and we have green gems. So, we'll go ahead and do that here. Because we want to save our potions for an emergency. Much like in, you know, something like, say, Dungeons and Dragons, you know, if you have spell slots or spell points or energy or mana or whatever available, and you've got other resources, then you want to use those first, especially if you know you're going to rest or something anyway. And you want to try and save your potions and your scrolls and things for situations where you don't have that other stuff. Oh, there we go. He was stuck. So, we have plenty, but we want to use them properly and not waste them. Torchlight. And Wizard Eye. I hate that, like, this goes back here and there's just not really much you can do about it because there isn't a crouch button. You know, there's nothing, like, there isn't anything to find, but it's on the map, and I hate that. Because it makes me feel like there is something to find, especially like right here. You know, there's nothing there. It's just the water goes back underneath. But it makes you feel like there is something, and so then when you can't get to it, it's super frustrating. Oh, you know what else we should cast, actually? Fire resistance. Alright. Okay, so that was Barrow 11. So let's see. There's 13, 2, and 6. And none of those are ones we have been to. So, well, I guess let's go to 2, since we already did 1.
This doesn't look too dangerous.
Thanks for that. This doesn't look too dangerous. No, it's fine. I think I'm going to put a fireball right over there.
That was too easy.
There we go. Knowing where to put your fireballs. Very important. There we go. We'll clear that flank, and then we'll take care of this big guy.
Ah, but a scratch.
My god, look at that! I could do my laundry on this zombie's, like, abs. They're shredded for no reason.
Ah, but a scratch.
Because, I mean, they're just zombies. By all rights, they should be, like, bloated and stuff. Like, there is no reason for them to be in as good a shape as they are. Okay. There we go.
That was too easy.
Ooh, don't say that. Those are famous last words, am I right? Ooh, see? Now thankfully, this is just full of, like, you know, low-level rotted
That was too
corpses.
easy.
But you can kind of see what I mean about how, sometimes the barrows just throw a whole crowd at you.
You'll have to do better than that. Ow!
We're gonna have to kite these guys back a little
Bring on
bit.
a bigger challenge.
I'm pleased to see that the AI is spreading the damage out a little bit, but Tuvok is still taking kind of the worst of it.
That barely hurts.
But I think that in this case, that's actually mostly just because he is the sorcerer and his AC and hit points are not great.
That barely hurts.
Go. I have to take out some of these little dudes so they don't run into us to death. Man, those white jeans are in great shape too, considering. Yeah, you know, maybe they are recently dead, but I don't know. Like, they look like... Parts of them look like they've been gone a while. They're all gray, you know, their nose is rotted off. I don't know.
Ah, but a scratch.
All right. That's it for that one. One more room. I kind of like how this one is shaped. Like with the layered rooms. Goes back and forth, you know, to kind of get you there in a line.
Too easy.
These are first tier.
Too easy.
There we go. So let's not waste a fireball, I don't think. Not when arrows will do. Right. We are blazing through this, which is great. It's great. Which one of these is it? You can hear, of course, that there are still zombies. Maybe it's back up one. There, that sounds a little closer. I think it might be maybe in this one. Wish they had a little bit better perception skill. They'd light it up for us. Is it all the way back in the first room, maybe? Maybe it is. Ah, there we go.
Bring on a bigger challenge.
Yeah. Bruh, 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 bruh. Bruh. It's funny to watch them kind of try to walk up the slope. And these rats, for some reason, and these zombies are like fighting each other, whereas the other ones are teamed up. I don't know what's up with that, but you get back here and it's like behind the scenes. The true Hollywood story of this barrow is that the two factions don't actually really care for each other. There we go. Almost done with this one. Shoo-wee. See, there's a green spot there, but we're still not done. You can see the red dots on the map. Go ahead and open that from this side, that way we can use it if we need to. Here we go.
That barely hurts.
Are you serious? Wow, how many misses in a row was that?
Ow!
What are you guys aiming at that you're missing that much? These are rats. You have the Bless spell on. Phew. This is another one of those. See, like, it just goes back around there for no reason. You can't get back there. There's nothing that you can do with it. It's super frustrating. But that's okay because we have these treasure chests to make us feel better.
It won't hurt us now. Got it.
Aha! Now, you may remember, back in Harmondale, we had a quest. They wanted us to return the Lantern of Light, and it had been lost in the Barrow Downs. So here we go. This lantern shines with a faint holy light, though no flame appears to be lit inside. Excellent.
It won't hurt us now.
All these swords we're not using because literally nobody in the party actually uses swords. Alright. So now we've completed a quest as well, and we have completed barrow number 2. Okay, let's see. Well, we have done 14, we've done 11, we haven't done 13 or 5. We've done 12 and 14, so let's do 13. I want to make certain we get them all.
This doesn't look too dangerous.
This doesn't look too dangerous. Bunch of undead and bats. Go ahead and put heroism back on. Because again, we want these guys to go down quick. Much more dangerous than the bats, especially considering how many free orange potions this dungeon has handed us.
Ah, but a scratch.
There we go.
Ow!
Really? There we go.
Ah,
Oh, they're
but a
so
scratch.
ugly up close.
Fixed!
That one hurts.
That was too easy.
It's just a...
There we go.
Ah, but a scratch.
Okay.
Bring on a bigger challenge.
Just a
That
few
was
more
too
of
easy.
these bats. And a whole bunch more free potions, too.
Oh, please.
Love that. Excellent. You know, that is kind of what they remind me of, now that you've put it in my head. For real, because they even have, like, the green wings. Yeah, for anyone not familiar, the Gallicat is like this cute little enemy from Final Fantasy XIV, and the bats, at least the ones with their green wings, the regular ones, absolutely do look like an uglier version of those. There we go. Very narrow hidden door. Floor cache, and some more cache. Alright, and a chest.
Got it.
Haha. See, he is successfully disarming
This is
like
worthless.
all of these, so it wows me
Sorry.
that
No room. This is worthless.
he couldn't disarm a single trap, not one. Over in the haunted mansion, not one. All right, that's it for this one. Okay, now let's see. Ooh. Which one did we come out of? Was it the right or the left one? I kind of want to go back the way that we came, because since it's obscured here. Okay.
Ew. What's that smell?
Well, this works. Okay, so we did 13. That's 10 of them. So we only have 5 more to go, including this one that we are currently in. Okay. Oh, there we go. Some more whites. Come on. Take him down.
That barely hurts.
There's the door over there. Secret door. Excellent. Gold, a club, more gold, a bow. Ooh, Well, some plate armor. Okay, so we are now to the point where it is time to play Inventory Tetris. Because we cannot pick anything else up until we make some room. Well, some of this room can be made by actually processing a few of these potions.
Ow.
Get out of here. There we go. I mean, we might as well, right? We'll use some of the weaker ones and save the stronger ones for later. Let's see. Oh. There we go. Okay. 11, 11, a 16. So you pick up some pretty powerful ones. A 10, 14, 11, 12, 19, 18, 16. Man, he picked up a bunch. Does she have any crappy ones? 13, 15, 17. Apparently not. Oh, there's a 6. Oh, where did it go? Where did I put it? Oh, no. There we go. Just a couple more. 11, an 8. And let's see, there's a 10 in here somewhere, right?
Ask someone else.
There's the 10. Well, that'll help make a little room. Not a whole lot, though. We can identify a couple of these rings.
This is worthless. This is worthless.
Yeah, most of this is worthless, unfortunately. I think he is well and truly... Oh, no, he has 4 slots right there. Let's, Is anybody even still wearing one of those? Yes, you are. Well, then this is actually a helmet upgrade for Seroma, wild as that is.
Sorry, no room.
Oh, that takes up all of those spaces. Okay. Let's see. There we go, that's the same length. Okay. Yep, good. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now we should have room for the plate armor. Excellent. And that leaves us with 8 more spaces.
Sorry, no room. This is worthless.
Let's see, let's 2 more spaces. That's a potion, right? There we go.
I don't know.
Okay. So now I know this is just like the most entertaining thing to watch. Right? Oh yeah. Let's put this here and this here. This here. Quest item there. This here. Actually, wait a minute. And this just
There's no room.
fascinating game of Tetris here. Haha. There we go. Okay. And fortunately, there's not a lot of the Barrow Downs left. This is most of it. Ooh, spear. We're gonna have to start making some decisions, though. Like those, I think we'll leave behind, maybe because they are low-level treasure. Okay. Here. This one. See, but we're gonna keep coming across stuff like this. Gray potion, a wand, we gotta take that. We gotta have that plate armor because plate armor is valuable.
This is worthless.
It's just worth a lot of money. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna have to start making some decisions like this. There we go. We'll throw down like some crummy armor, and we will pick up some better armor. This longbow probably is not worth keeping, but we'll decide that later. Okay, first, I hate leaving treasure behind, guys. I hate it. 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 But that's alright. It is what it is. We'll deal with it. Okay, let's see. Okay. So we just came from, that was Barrow 8. Alright. So let's go back to Barrow 2. And let's see. We have not done 5. We have done 11, 13, 15. Let's check our spells here. We're going to go ahead and recast Wizard Eye and Fire Resistance. And I'm going to go ahead and put Bless on. And Heroism again. And then, without waiting for later, let's go ahead and just give her a blue potion.
Success.
God, I would hope so. That's a very basic mix. Okay. Alright.
Ew. What's that smell?
Which one is this? This is 5, right? Right. There's a lot going on here in this barrow. see if we can thin the ranks a little bit. There we go. Excellent. We want to take the skeletons down first.
Ah, but a scratch.
I say as I shoot the rats. I'm aware.
Ow!
Too easy.
There we go. Come on. Also, like, there are actual differences between the different character models. So you'll notice that, like, the second-tier skeleton warriors are, you know, actually overlaid with a green filter, and the skeleton lords have this sort of pink filter. That is because I have the colored lights option turned on. And the reason that I turned that option on is because, we'll have to come back for that, if we're gonna. Is because that also tempers, like, whether or not there are colored lights to go with things such as your spells.
Ow, too easy.
And some of these torches, you know, where you've seen throughout the Barrow Downs, there are these blue and purple and green torches to give it eerie lighting. And so when you do that, as sort of a, I guess what they consider to be a quality of life feature, they illuminate with those colored lights the different palette swaps of the various monsters so that they are almost impossible to misidentify. If you turn that off, then the sprites have, like, still visible differences between them, but it's not quite as garish, I guess. This is certainly easier to see at a glance, you know, so, like, I'm not mad. Alright, let's take this guy down before he curses us or something.
Ah, what a scratch.
Oh my goodness, come on. There we go. These other ones are mostly like one hit.
Please.
There we go. Okay. Green gems. Excellent. Phew. At least we don't have to worry about, you know, like, this is an Animal Crossing. You don't have to consider money an inventory item sometimes. So we'll always be able to pick up floor cash. Crude bow. Okay, we will leave that. We will leave that. As much as it pains me to ever leave treasure. Oh. Bone piles sometimes have something in them, not always. These, if they look like this with the skull on top, they're usually decorative, versus like a pile of skulls typically has treasure in it. Oh, well, I'm glad that you watched the other one and liked it. It's very much a matter of opinion, of course. It's really hard for me to draw a line between the two of them. It really is. I love them both, absolutely, and I would say that they're equally good in terms of the quality of play. We're going to go on to Barrow 9 from here. But in terms of, like...
Perhaps a worthy challenge awaits us.
In terms of maybe which one is my favorite, I think that I've lost more hours to Might and Magic 7, if I'm honest. And I believe that I've said that on the channel before. But Might and Magic 6, of course, I played it first because it came out first. And it was very formational for me. But I love them both so much. So, like, if you like one, you will like the other one. Here we go. Now, Barrow 9 is a very important barrow. You'll see why here in a moment when we get here. this is the one that I'm remembering correctly.
Please.
I think that 7 makes a lot of like quality of life changes, and it builds constructively on a lot of things that Might and Magic 6 tried to do, and maybe oh, you're welcome.
This is
And maybe didn't do like as well as it could have, because of course it was a first try on the part of the developers doing it the way that they did.
Got it.
There we go, because it's got another barrow key in it, you see. And so adjusting things like the skill system and so forth are important things that it did that I think made it better. Okay, we've got Barrow 7, which we have been to. That's the one where we started. But that just means we know that it's safe to hop into. And then, let's see. Okay, so 9, 10... 3... 4 we have done. Pretty sure we did 8. Let's take a look and see. Yeah. 15, 14, 13. We did all of those. Actually, let me go back through here, because you know what? One that I think maybe we haven't done actually is 3. Okay, there's 5. I don't think that we've done 6 either. Let me suck down a couple of potions here. We have so many, I'm not even going to look. There we go. Aha, here we go. What were those
There's some
hovering?
gold in there at least.
There we go. Okay, this. Aha. See? Alright, number 6. So, we've done 1, 2, we haven't done 3, we did 4, 5, this is 6, we've done 7, 8, we did 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, yeah, so I think that Barrow 3 is the last one, except for this one right here. This is one of the things that we're looking for, because, where's our quest book over here? Find the lost meditation spot in the Dwarven Barrows. That is the other quest that we have here. That's going to be the first promotion quest for Simone to upgrade her to an initiate. Very important. Just to make sure we don't get lost. Alright, I'm going to let them find their way over here to us. But yeah, it's kind of like, you know, if you like Baldur's Gate, you'll probably like Icewind Dale. And if you like Baldur's Gate 1, you'll probably like Baldur's Gate 2. If you like Pillars of Eternity, you'll probably like Numenera. So, if you like Might and Magic 6, I think you'll like Might and Magic 7. Gotta watch for spaces that don't have, like, a torch on the wall. Because there's almost always a door there. Gauntlets. Ooh, a wand. There we go. These are mostly going to be, yeah, remove curse potions. We don't need to take all of those with us, but they're more valuable than, for example, a club. Would definitely rather have the potions than the club. And that little secret area is the only one in here, I think. It opens from both sides, but... Okay, so... We still need to go to Tomb 3 to have completed all of this, but we're going to do this first. Okay, we're good.
Ew. What's that smell?
Come on. Now, part of the reason that Bartholomew Hume sent us here, there's the barrow wipe, is because this lost meditation spot needs to be cleansed.
Sorry, no room.
See, monsters have kind of invaded and taken over the spot, so...
Ow!
Oh, is she... Okay, good. He can't paralyze, but I've gotten so paranoid about it that it's like, So, but no, he just took her spell points, of which she has 0.
It's just a cut.
There we go. He took some of hers, but... Phew. Oh, no, he aged them. Okay, there we go. We'll have to deal with that later. Ugh. Okay, yeah, I mean, it is full of half-naked zombie bodybuilders, but, like, be honest with yourself and us, you're not complaining.
I don't know.
Okay, let's see. This has magic on it, so it's going to sell for way more than that shield. Get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, it still needs to be cleaned up, right? There we go.
Got it.
And we will actually have to come back here specifically. There's a third quest you can do in the Barrow Downs that I didn't think to pick up when we were in Stone City, and I should have, but because I was trying to breeze through Stone City and, like, not spend too much time there because that's where we're going to have to go next, I did not grab that quest. But we can do that, and we can even do it in this video, I think. Ta-da! Here's the meditation room. But I think before we do any meditating, we probably should finish cleaning the place out first.
Got it.
These
Got it.
uninvited monsters.
Ask someone else.
These don't actually do anything. They're just decorative. You know, like you get in ancient meditative monk tombs. Right, just a couple more rooms here.
Ow! Please.
Oop, our torchlight ran out again. Wild. Let's go ahead. Have a couple of healing smoothies. I'm going to put Wizard Eye back on as well. And that is just a crummy club. We'll leave that where it is. And if you did not catch my bonus stream on Thursday, I'm going to be playing Titan Quest for y'all on Thursdays, also at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to try and bring you a little extra entertainment while we are all stuck inside for, you know, this whole pandemic crisis thing. And, man, in Titan Quest, there is this handy-dandy button that just organizes your backpack. And I am missing that right now. God, I wish that these games had that, so you didn't have to play inventory Tetris. And I kind of get, like, why it wasn't there, why it wasn't a part of the game. Oh, bless wore off, man, and you can tell. Get out. But at the same time, man, that would have been a great feature. Because, like, If you're just rearranging your inventory, you know,
Ask
because,
someone else.
then no big deal. But there we go. But to make it kind of a feature of the game that you have to, and you don't have any choice but to mess around with it a lot, not great. Okay, here we go. Hello, my pupils. I see you have found the proper tomb. Indeed, we have. I don't remember if that's his voice or not. Bartholomew Hume contacts you mentally. Congratulations, young ones. My final lesson given to you as monks is this. Enlightenment is gained by the journey, not the destination. In this case, the destination was critical to prove that you were capable of the journey. I shall now promote all monks to initiates and everyone else to honorary initiates. Congratulations. Thank you, Simone, the initiate. Excellent. And you will see now that, you know, some of her skills, see that yellow is gone and she can access certain levels of these skills because she's an initiate. But more importantly, we all got buku experience points for that, and she got a bunch of hit points, and now she also has spell points as well, because initiates can learn magic. Ah. Okay, so we will be coming back here. Oh. And here we go.
That's a worthy challenge.
Tomb 4. I thought we did Tomb 4. We must have done another one that I thought was Tomb 4, apparently.
But I need it fixed.
Too easy.
Okay, well, we know what this calls for. Gotta put our bless back on. Gonna put our heroism back on.
It's just a cut.
And then we're gonna go to town. Come on. You guys don't stand a chance, and you know it. Just surrender peacefully. I love how it's like difficult for them to get up out of the hole. They have to kind of get a run and go, and then if they don't make it, they sort of slide back down. Honestly hilarious. Why these poor melee guys are like up here on this ledge where they can't hit us like they were in that other tomb, I don't get it. I almost feel bad for them. Like I don't, you know, I don't feel bad for them because they are
See, I'm in distress here.
trying to kill us, but yes, I see you're in distress. There. Alright.
Ow.
Well, if I miscounted, and what we did earlier was tomb number 3, because this is tomb number 4, then that means that this may be the last one, because either way, I'm pretty sure we only need one more. And then we'll have cleaned them out entirely, so we will double check.
Ow.
Of course. There we go.
Ow.
We will go to Tomb 3 after this, and then we'll find our way to the surface, but this may be it.
It barely hurts.
Let's pick up all of these corpses. Come on.
Ow.
What a scratch.
Man, honestly, those Inferno bats hit harder than, like, most everything else down here. Which is wild. That is buck wild. That, like, the bats are the toughest enemy. Can I live?
What a scratch.
There we go. That was ridiculous. But I can only look up so far. You know, you can only crane your neck so much. There we go. Few more potions. Might as well. Let's see, we'll give him one. Are y'all really not gonna follow us? He's the one I was really thinking of. I thought he would walk up the tunnel with us, but I guess not.
But a scratch. Ow! Ow!
Too easy.
Shoo-wee. Alright. A few more right over here.
It's just a cut, but I need it fixed.
Shoo, and that's about it. There's a few more monsters over here. Let's pick up some of these red potions to replace the ones that we drank a moment ago. Let's see. Oh, there we go. What is that? Studded leather armor of health. Yeah, that's magic. These are not. We'll take that one. Spell scroll. Floor cache.
This is worthless.
Yeah, it is worthless. And yes,
This is worthless.
don't worry. Our jewels are still yellow. It is not because of that guy.
This is worthless.
Cloak of magic. More potions. Potions everywhere. Water everywhere, nor any drop to drink.
There's no...
There, have a drink.
I don't know.
This is worthless.
There we go. Pick up these guys. This one. Okay. Now, these columns here in the middle. There we are. Ah, here we go.
Ow!
Yeah, opens the door on the other side, you see. There. And that will take care of this. Oh boy, I can't wait to see what's in here that we're going to have to leave behind.
Got it.
This is worthless. This is worthless.
Try and take that anyway. Yeah.
Sorry.
No room.
There's no room.
No space.
We've been stuck in here for so long. It was so dark in there. Oh no! Why are you... Oh no. Let's... this. Take the spell scroll. So we have better yellow
It won't hurt
components.
us now.
Oh boy. More cash.
This is worthless.
Now we're starting to get like to the fiddly point. Let's see. You know what? There. That'll create a lot of space because that bow is useless.
Got it.
There we go. Now we can take pretty much all of this.
This is worthless.
Phew. Okay. Alright, so that was barrow 4. Let's see whether or not we actually did 3. Okay, this one was 3. Alright, so that means then that we are done. We're done. That was the barrow downs, folks. I don't know why I'm in turn-based now. We don't need to be. Let's see, 14. Now we just have to get out of here. Which means finding one that has that tree symbol. And let's see, 12, 15, I believe, has a way out. No? Does 1 have a way out? Oh no, this is where we live now. That's it. 13. One of these has a way out. Just need to get to one that I recognize. Okay, there's 8. If we can get to 7, for example. 15, 14, 13. This is the real challenging part. It's the true challenge of the barrows. Escaping. And now, like, the creepy music in the background just kind of, the dichotomy is almost ridiculous. Okay. We will have to come back, of course, to 6, because this is the one where, you know, that's the only one that goes to the special one. 11. Set me free. Oh my god, set me free. Two. 5. I have never remembered and will never remember for sure, like, I'll never have a complete internal map of these. I don't need to because this helps. And there we go. So 9 allows you to escape. Do you wish to leave Barrow 9? Yes, I do. Whew. And you can see, check it out. We entered here, that's Barrow 7. Barrow 9 is all the way over here. My goodness gracious, up above the tavern that we first visited when we initially got to the Barrow Downs. So we have made kind of a full circuit. Speaking of full circuits, actually, we need to go this way because now it's time to go to Stone City. Now, of course, you know, we have other things to do. Like, next time we go to Harmondale, we do need to turn in that quest. We need to return the Lantern of Light. That may be soon, but Stone City is closer. Alright, so now we need to go and grab this other quest from Spark Burnkindle here. Please assist us. Stone City would be in your debt. A few years back, while mining underneath Stone City, we came upon quite a shock. It seems that the warlocks from Nyon had burrowed under the sea to make a sneak attack upon the shores of Arathia. Their careless tunneling has sunken the earth around here until now the areas around the old Dwarven Barrows and, of course, Stone City rest far above the terrain. We discovered a force of troglodytes in our mining areas, with a tunnel leading back to Nyon. If you could help us by ridding the tunnels of the troglodytes, we could get back to mining. Can you help us? So yeah, remember I told you before, if you have been watching up to this point, that there was actually an in-universe explanation for why the terrain of the Barrow Downs map is so wonky and everything is kind of up on a hill. This is why. It's because the Warlocks of Nyon tunneled underneath Stone City to try and invade Arathia, and it caused the ground to sink. So anything that was on a really strong structure, anything with a heavy foundation, anything that was mostly on stone, such as the barrows, stayed up, but all of the soft ground in between sank. So yeah, they do explain it. And let's see. Since we're here, we also should go and talk to the Dwarven King. Hrothgar the Ninth. So, Lords of Harmondale, eh? I am King Hrothgar Ninth, Lord of Stone City. What do you want? Well, apparently you have a quest for us. This is our next big plot quest, our next main story quest, if you will. So, the new Lords of Harmondale I have before me. Not impressed. Doubt other kings think much of you either. Probably get yourselves killed soon. But maybe there's more than meets the eye here. Yes. Maybe you can do something for me, and I for you. Medusas have taken my mines in eastern Bracada. Turned a few of my people to stone. Dangerous monsters. Don't want to lose more lives on a rescue. Okay to lose yours, though. Take this elixir, pour it on the statues. Wake them up. Then I will fix up your castle. Give you respect. Go now, and beware the griffins in Bracada. So, there we go, our next big plot quest. We have to take this magical elixir, and we will pour it on the dwarves who have been turned into stone. And you heard what he said, Medusas, so something else we're going to do is, while we are here, you'll notice that the magician has a stone to flesh spell. And that's going to be a little bit cheaper than we would be able to purchase it at the Earth Guild. Anytime that you see something that would otherwise show up in a different kind of shop, and it's here at the accessories shop or the alchemist shop, it's going to be a little bit cheaper. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up a copy of that. It is an expert level spell, and he's not able to learn it yet, but we can hang on to it, and he will be able to learn it soon because, of course, we're all eligible to train up like a couple of levels, and so that means that we can throw some points into earth magic. No big deal. Alrighty. Well, so it's a lot to be done. But I think how we're going to conclude this episode is we should stop by the tavern over here. I'm going to pick up some food. Oop. There we go.
Come in, drink. Stone soup.
And we have got plenty of cash. We've sold all of our stuff. Don't have to worry about that. So let's head back to Harmondale. We can turn in the Lantern of Light and complete that quest, which should give us enough experience points to level up yet again, and then we can just do it all at one time. Alright, back in Harmondale.
Do you need medical attention?
Okay, let's have Saroma hand this lantern over. Thank you, Lords of Harmondale. The lantern's return will bolster our faith and allow us to continue our services. Please take this small reward as a token of our gratitude.
Take care.
It was indeed a small reward. Any good bounties? Well, we won't be killing one of those anytime soon. But there we go. We did return the lantern. And there we go. Now we can train up to level 14 instead of level 13. So let's do that.
Some training?
We'll start right away.
That's the ticket. That's the ticket. That's the ticket. That's the ticket. That's the ticket.
Okay. So, now, neither Zoltan nor Simone has enough experience points yet to, train up beyond level 15. Hey! I'm glad that you showed up. You know what time we start. It's the same time every weekend. But now, once you get to level 15, you'll see here that's the limit of what we can train up to here in Harmondale. So that means that for any additional level ups, once they reach level 15 as well, we'll have to go someplace else. Okay. So, first things first, because Simone and Zoltan have received their first class promotions, you'll notice that they can learn a little bit of magic too, so we're going to grab those for them. Now, they'll never be as good at it as the other two, but it's better than nothing, right? Okay. And notice too, he's able to get divine magic as well. Meditation, don't know how useful that is for him. As a monk, she can only get the divine magics, he can kind of get all of them.
The Guild of the Mind welcomes you.
So, we have enough cash to make this happen.
Welcome to the Water Guild.
Oh, almost forgot, while we're at the Mind Guild, we need to pick that up for Simone too.
Mind welcomes you.
Just because it's going to be useful for them to have certain spells.
Welcome to the Air Guild.
So even if they never get expert level skill or anything like that.
The guild of the body welcomes you.
There we go. Okay, so she's got her 3 magics, and he can learn all 7 of the basic magics, the 4 elemental and the 3 divine. He cannot learn light or dark magic. But you'll see here, when he gets promoted again, he will be able to become an expert in all of these, which is great because then that means a second fireball, right? It means a second bless spell, second heroism. It means more healing, which is great. We could definitely use another healer. Same thing for Simone. She'll eventually be able to become expert in each of these. So they will be limited in their spell selection, but that's okay because certain there we go. Certain spells work perfectly fine at that level of skill. Okay, so let's see. We're going to give heal to each of them. That's the only spell they really need right now. And she is going to learn regeneration. She's going to learn cure poison. She's going to learn hammer hands. Now, hammer hands, I mentioned before, is one of my favorite spells in this game because what hammer hands does, hammer hands causes the target character to deal body magic equal to the physical damage that they cause with any unarmed attack. So that means that if we cast this on Simone and she hits someone for, say, 15 damage, she will also deal an additional 15 body damage for a total of 30. Now, that won't help against every enemy. There are a lot of undead creatures, there are a lot of constructs and demons which are either resistant or immune to, body magic, but against the average enemy, against like most enemies, it's literally just doubling her damage with every attack, which is great. And it only affects unarmed attacks. That's fine. That's what she's using. Yeah, Simone's doing great, man. Simone is doing just fine.
Welcome to the Air Guild.
Let's see. I think we can also pick up Shield, Jump, and Lightning Bolt for Tuvok. Definitely.
Welcome to the Water Guild.
He doesn't have all of the basic spells yet, but he doesn't need all of them right now.
To the Fire Guild.
Haste, Haste, Fire Spike, Fireball. Okay, they don't have it. I was hoping they would. Oh well. I will snatch that up, though. Okay, so we'll grab this. Fire Aura for bonus damage when we need it. Jump to help us get around places until we can learn Fly. Lightning Bolt, a good single target attack spell, which he does not really have. He's just got Fireball, for AoEs. And Shield, which is going to help us out a lot against enemy ranged attacks. Okay, well, so we need to head back to Stone City again almost immediately in order to continue the main story. But before we do that, it is time to level up. Now, there are a few things that we want to do here, and just go ahead and get them out of the way. I am going to suggest that because, we're only going to go up to expert learning anyway, now is a great time to just drop 2 ranks directly into that and finish it off, and then we can get expert learning for everybody and then never have to deal with that skill again. We also haven't put any ranks in learning for a little while, so now is a good time. Then it's probably time to pick out any skills that are at rank 3 that need expert training, and like with perception here, and we'll just go across the board and finish those off. And then it's anybody's game with these points that are left over. Some of these, of course, we're going to want to start putting points in, but also you can see where, expert training there is listed in yellow. They're not going to be able to access that level of training for a while, so it's okay if we don't get 4 ranks in all of these, like toot sweet. But some of these too, like bow, we want to go ahead and cap that out at 4 or 5 and just get it done. Some of these, like unarmed, we have started moving past 4 ranks, because see now, she can get master training in unarmed, and so we need to get her to at least 7 ranks as quick as we can. But first things first, let's go ahead and dump couple points into learning for everybody. And yes, I know, in case you are wondering and you have maybe just joined us or something, that some of these people that I clicked on can actually get master, or in Simone's case, a grandmaster in the learning skill. The reason that we are stopping at expert is because that's the lowest level of training available in the party here to Zoltan. That's all that he's ever going to be able to get. He cannot move past that. And I want to keep everybody even. I don't want to have someone leap ahead and level up much faster like Simone, compared to the rest of the party, because if that happens, then, we'll start taking on more stronger challenges with these characters, and then Zoltan is going to start like dragging the party down because he's not keeping up, and I don't want that to happen. Okay, so identify monster, arms master, that's going to leave us with 3 ranks. I feel like we should go ahead and drop that into either bodybuilding or stealing, because he can only get expert training with either of those, which means that we're probably not going to put a whole lot more ranks into it after we hit 4 points. So I will let you all decide. We can max out bodybuilding first or stealing. It's whichever one that you want. Bodybuilding, of course, the sooner that we rank that up, the more use we're going to get out of it, because the amount of hit points that you get is based on your class. Rangers do get more than, for example, sorcerers. But he's still going to outgrow it, even when expert level training doubles the benefit of the skill. Now, Simone is just babysitting all of them the best that she can. I feel like, she just does what she can. Yeah, if we get too jacked, then we'll wind up as the undead. It's really funny. You should make that joke, actually, because, well, you'll see later. So you want to do stealing first, then? We can do that, because something we haven't really done is you can't pickpocket a lot of people in this game. It is possible to do that if they have an item, that they would drop when they died anyway. But you can also steal from shops, although you'll see here, that if you get caught, it can lead to fines and, outstanding debt is punishable offense in castles. That means if you go to a castle, you will be thrown in jail and you'll have to pay your fine. So... but that's okay. That's what save scumming is for. If there's something that we can't afford and we decide we want it bad enough, I will absolutely load it over and over again until we successfully steal it without getting caught. Just like I save scummed in order to get around those lethal traps in the Haunted Mansion, which still, that was buck wild. But so yeah, okay, in order to not become zombies, we'll go ahead and drop these 3 ranks into stealing. We'll try to get it to rank 4 first, and then we'll come back and we'll do bodybuilding. Okay, for Saroma, we're going to go ahead and up her perception. And then, let's see, that leaves her with 8 ranks, so she could get anything that's rank 2 up to rank 4 and have a point left over. Meditation, of course, that's going to be more spell points, which is useful, definitely. She still, I think, has the highest AC in the party, which means that I feel like we're allowed to slack off on Chain, especially because she already qualifies for Expert Shield. We just haven't gotten it yet, but we can go and pick that up at any time. Bow, we could cap out her bow skill, because she can only ever get Expert anyway. We could also do the same thing with Mind Magic or Repair Item. We have had a couple of things busted on us, and she's not been able to fix them the 1 or 2 times that it's happened, except for I think the very first time. And now, of course, the better our equipment gets, the less likely it's going to be that she's going to be able to fix it with only a couple of ranks. So maybe we should drop it in Repair, and that way it'll double the effect of the skill, and that'll set us for a little while we work on other skills. We'll be covered on Repair. How does that sound? And in fact, we actually have the Repair Item Expert Trainer right here in Harmondale. So we can grab that while we're here before we head back to Stone City and be done with Repair Item for a while, put it on the back burner. I'm going to go ahead and do 4 ranks in Perception for each of them while you decide about Suroma. And it looks like Tuvok is in the same space. He's got 8 ranks, which means that he could drop 2 points into, anything. I think we need to go ahead and do Earth Magic. We kind of already decided that on the way here because he needs to learn that Stone to Flesh spell if we're going to go into a dungeon full of Medusas, right? So even if we have to come back and do other skills later, like I would love to go ahead and get him Expert Staff to up his AC as much as he's been getting beaten on. I think Earth Magic is the most important thing. So Repair for Saroma, Earth Magic for Tuvok. She's got 15 ranks. Man, that's really tempting. I feel like we could jump up to 7 ranks in Unarmed by spending 13 of those points, and then she would qualify for Master, if I remember correctly. Maybe that's what we should do. And then she'll have 2 points left over, and we could dump it into Body Magic so that her new heal spell is more effective, or we could also just save it for the next level. So I think that's probably what I'm going to do if none of y'all have like a strong opinion to the contrary. We'll do rank 4 in Repair, we'll do rank 4 in Earth Magic, and we will do rank 7 in Unarmed. Because if we can get up to Master for her, that's going to double that bonus to attack and damage. So, alright then. Yeah, let's do it, and that way we can go ahead and we'll grab this Expert Trainer here. There we go. And we'll just hang on to those because she's got a lot of skills that she needs to level up anyway. Like bodybuilding is actually going to be way better for her because she's our party tank. So we actually do need to keep leveling that up for her. Whereas for Zoltan, I think the main reason he has it in the first place is because he was just getting the crap knocked out of him early on in the game. So let's see. Oh,
This should be easy.
out of the way, Phyllis the healer. Is this one, I think? No. It is this one. Yeah, he's like this guy's nephew or something. There we go. And where do we need to go to get Master Unarmed training? Ulbrich the Brawler. The easternmost island of the Evenmorn Islands. So we will have to find our way there. And some of these skill trainers, like Perception, for example, some of them are around here, some of them are in the Talarian Forest and what have you. I will go and grab those, the ones that you have already seen, so that way you're not missing anything except the tedious stuff, things like the Earth Magic Expert. I'll go deal with that in between videos so that way we can skip the boring part. And when we come back, we're going to head back to Stone City and we are going to kill some more troglodytes down in the mines. We'll clean those out, and then we'll see where the adventure takes us from there. So, until next time, I hope that you enjoyed this stream. I certainly enjoyed having you here. It's great to have the Barrow Downs behind us. Definitely. That is not something that I super look forward to just because they're so cramped, so claustrophobic and confusing to get around. So it's nice to be finished with that part. But I'm also glad that I get to show it off because it's kind of a unique idea for a dungeon that you don't see in a lot of games like this. And I hope that you will join me next time. I will be streaming Might and Magic 7 again next Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is Miami and New York time here in the U.S. I'm also going to be continuing to stream Titan Quest on Thursdays at 7 p.m. And I've got a very special treat coming up for you this Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I definitely hope that you will join me all 3 of those days, and I'll see you then. Give me a subscribe or a like if you haven't already here and on YouTube, and you can follow me on Twitter, Pillowfort, and Facebook for more information, news about upcoming streams and stuff like that. All of you stay safe, wash your hands, practice physical distancing and all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time. Until then, as always, thanks for playing.